Nigel Farage calls out Keir Starmer and Labour's divisive conference in this compelling Sky News clip. We share this moment and explore the timeless leadership principle of strategic focus, showing how great leaders prioritize what truly matters to the nation and cut through the nonsense. Before we get into the details, if you love diving into political issues and enjoy hearing a principled take on them, then hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe to join the conversation. It will help our channel reach a wider audience.
Conference is over, the second party conference of our governing Labour Party, a party that won the general election with a massive majority but finds itself just 14 months in very deep and in many ways deserved trouble. It's been an extraordinary conference. I've been watching party conferences for half a century. Never before have I seen one name so dominate a conference, and the remarkable thing is it's somebody that isn't even a member of the Labour Party. Yes, it's me, Nigel Farage, and I thought the Mac cartoon on the front of today's Telegraph summed the whole thing up rather beautifully. The sketch was two delegates leaving the Labour Party conference, one saying to the other, next year we're going to the Reform conference because they don't talk about Nigel Farage all the time. It has been obsessive. Whether it's the Home Secretary, whether it's the Health Secretary, it is a constant attack on me and what I stand for and what we as Reform UK, a party that has led the opinion polls now for over 100 polls. It's an attack on everything that we stand for and believe in. What I've learned this week is that the government are incapable of beating us on our arguments. And as a result, the Prime Minister has decided to descend into the gutter and all of his cabinet with him. Let us be clear. Reform want illegal migrants deported from our country. And as I speak, a further 400 have crossed the English Channel today. Reform want the benefit system to be for UK citizens, for British citizens only, not for foreign-born nationals. Reform want foreign criminals removed from our country ASAP. Labour says these policies are racist and immoral, and by implication, Reform supporters, Reform voters, Reform sympathisers are racist too. Yes, if you think we should control our borders, you are, by the definition of the Prime Minister and his cabinet, all racists. Now, I don't normally worry about abuse being thrown at me. I've got kind of used to it over the course of the last few years. But to accuse countless millions of being racist is a very, very low blow. Why? Well, this language will incite and encourage the radical left. I'm thinking of Antifa and other organisations like that. It directly threatens the safety of our elected officials and our campaigners. And frankly, in the wake of the Charlie Kirk murder, I think this is an absolute disgrace. I used to think the Prime Minister was a decent man, somebody that I could talk to and chat to. We might disagree on worldview, but I thought he was a profoundly decent human being. I am completely shocked at his behaviour. I hope when he wakes up tomorrow morning, he feels ashamed of what he has done. This is a desperate last throw of the dice from a Prime Minister who's in deep trouble, a Prime Minister who can't even command the support of half of his own party. But I'm sorry to say, I now believe that he is unfit to be the Prime Minister of our country. His bizarre attempt this afternoon to invert patriotism and the love of flag was quite extraordinary. This is still the Labour Party of Gordon Brown. Remember that bigoted woman who talks about mass immigration? It's still the Labour Party of Emily Thornberry, who thought the Cross of St George on a van in Rochester was something truly awful. It's a Labour Party that could never accept any sense of English identity, even if it was more tolerant of Scottish or Irish or Welsh identity. Starmer says, I don't like or love this country. Well, let me say this. For 30 years, I've fought for British sovereignty. I fought for us to be a self-governing nation. Why? Because I always believed the best people to govern Britain were the British people themselves. And him, well, He, of course, didn't like the vote. The greatest result, the biggest democratic mandate ever given in this country, when in 2016 we voted Brexit. No, he spent the next few years trying to overturn that result. He doesn't believe we should govern ourselves. He's happy, be it Brussels, be it the UN, be it a series of foreign courts. He's happy for us to be governed from there. He does not believe in Britain. He does not believe in the Britain that most of you out there believe in. And his total level of denial over broken Britain is quite extraordinary. We all know the roads are clogged in a way they never were before. We all know you can't get a GP appointment. We all know that crime is out of control. So much so that here in London, men don't wear watches, women don't wear jewellery, and don't get your mobile phone out, otherwise somebody on a moped will take it. Britain is broken and it needs fixing. And our vision for the future is the positive one. We believe that we can do it. This Labour conference lacks any vision, and we are going to continue, I'm sorry to say, in economic, social and cultural decline. But Starmer is right about one thing. We are facing a big fork in the road. He is a human rights lawyer who will bow down to foreign courts and to outdated treaties. And he has no idea of the division that open borders have caused within our communities, or indeed the anger and the sense of unfairness that people feel over two-tier policing and two-tier justice under two-tier Keir. What he and the rest don't understand, and the reason we're leading in the polls, is this country has had enough of a failing, gutless political class. It wants real change. Now look, I'm not a vindictive person in any way at all, but reform will teach Keir Starmer and the Labour Party a lesson next May. Next May are our equivalent of the midterms, when the whole of Wales, Scotland, London and many other parts of the country will go out to vote on the first Thursday in May. We will teach Starmer a lesson next May that British political history will never forget. I am now, as a result of this week and the abuse that has been heaped upon our supporters and our voters, more determined than ever. Don't underestimate that.
Starmer and Labour seem fixated on controlling narratives and targeting Nigel Farage, who has become the voice of a British electorate urging the government to focus on its job, serving the nation. Instead of prioritising policies that deliver real wins for the public, Starmer's Labour has chosen to vilify Nigel Farage and those who want Britain to thrive. A government serious about strategic focus would recognise its missteps and shift gears. Rather than chasing distractions like name-calling or blaming Reform UK, Labour should zero in on what matters, fixing broken policies that harm the public, not covering up chaos with public relations stunts like makeup over blemishes and bruises. Great leaders cut through the nonsense, addressing root causes like economic struggles or public safety, not pointing fingers to dodge accountability. Yet Labour's conference, 1 year after a landslide victory, showcased a baffling choice to attack opponents instead of highlighting achievements. Why prioritise Farage over plans to strengthen Britain? Their policies are failing, and the public feels the pain. Strategic focus demands aligning actions with national priorities, not settling scores. When open borders fuel division or policing seems inconsistent, a leader's duty is clear: serve all citizens, not just loyalists, and put the nation's needs first. Great leaders embody strategic focus by prioritizing what serves the nations above all else. Hold your government accountable. Engage in conversations, share your voice, and support policies that put Britain first. Comment below with your thoughts on what leadership should prioritize, and let's keep this discussion alive. If you have benefited in any way from this video, please subscribe, like, share, and be sure to leave us a comment.